Finally, what happened when I assessed her, I found that she's from the joint family, and the husband comes back very late from the office, and he now during this treatment period he comes here every day, takes the wife to have the treatment, they go for a dinner or a coffee, and they go for a movie or go out and go back home. So she used to have a very good time with husband during this 10 to 15 days of treatment time. She does not lose. So after talking to her and assessing the situation, I came to know that where do I stand, where does my consultant stand. I think there are areas of psychosomatic, there are areas of socio-economic status, and there are so many other social reasons. See, unless until you try to develop the skill of assessing the patient, many times I am still insisting you, always when you assess the patient, look at the patient's face and eyes. So I think that is more and more important. You should start looking at the face, directly looking at the patient. Many times patient will not be able to give any false information if you have a direct assessment and direct look to the patient. So don't hesitate, so that patient has to come out to, otherwise you cannot treat. So like that, there are so many areas at which the clinical practice has become a very sensitive and very talented skills, and that will come only by means of practice. So I would insist that all those who are graduating, wanting to do a good practice, do your hands-on training under the supervision of your teacher during your internship, and institutions may think of conducting the senior internship program for those who wants to develop skills, hands-on skills and clinical skills, and they can choose to work under an experienced therapist for them to learn more and more. I think that becomes a responsibility as a clinical teacher also. I think if these things are sincerely followed, I think very soon the clinical practice and learning skills and decision making, see, your decision making comes based on your learning. If your learning is good, your decision making will be good. Your learning in the sense not classroom learning, your book learn, your clinical learning, your working learning under my experience. I have my students still he is a lot of people, few are done the doctorate also, they are not in India, they are working USA and UK. When I went to that country, they don't hesitate to come and fall on the field, because they feel, every time they say, sir, the clinical skills what we learnt after my graduation is much more than what I learned during the teaching hours. I will give you only final one conclusion. A graduate after his graduation is eligible to learn, not practice. A person who works under somebody and gains a clinical skill is eligible to practice independently. This is my view, I am telling you, this is my personal view. I am not trying to refer any logical or legal view or anywhere. I am telling you, you will become an eligible person to learn after your graduation. So during your internship program, hands-on skill, senior internship program, much more skill. Later you are eligible to practice physiotherapy independently on specific teamwork. You can even have an associate of a senior who will be able to guide you in case you are stuck somewhere. I think this attitude has to keep coming. So this happens even to junior doctors. Many junior doctors don't hesitate to refer to a senior consultant. They say, okay sir, please can you assess. I am not telling you their skills are low, but sometimes there are areas where they may miss. I think this attitude of clinical practice, like how medical practice has been going on, we will have to doing. And please understand, we are administrating medicine, not drug. Even I insist in the last video also, we are practitioners and we continue to, anyway this title of doctor issue is there in the court, so I do not want to discuss much on that particular issue, but we are independent practitioners. Physicians don't hesitate to address us as doctor only because we are administrating medicine, not drugs. Do not use drugs are chemical formula. Medicine is something what relief you are giving. System of medicine, your system of physiotherapeutic system of medicine. So please feel free and try to develop confidence. Learning skills has to be developed right from your studentship, and your decision making ability will come after your graduation, and try to do your best so that in future you are the bricks and buildings of this whole physiotherapy community. If you like this presentation, I request that all of you to kindly share it with all your students and faculties and friends and other physiotherapists also for their information, and you can share it to all of them as much as people as possible, and convey to them that this particular things will be of information to them. So, I have much more topics to address. I will get back to you soon with future videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you.